Did I jump the gun? Am I streaming already? Yeah, I am. Am I streaming already? Uh-oh. Got audio wrong. It's not coming through here. And I've got to go to Mixer. Believe it or not, I think I've made progress. Now I've got to control where is the sound coming from. Now I'll see if Windows has it to the right place. I have made changes to my setup, which we'll be talking about as part of today's show. Is Windows, no, Windows is still using the speakers, not using my headset. And my headset doesn't even show up. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, try turning this off and then on again. See if it'll switch. Now, Windows isn't even recognizing my headset. All right, well, I don't have to have the headset working for the show. I did get audio confirmation, so I'm just going to move forward. And this is streaming on the correct channel. This is. All right. Am I going to start right off the bat telling you what I've done? Doug, what did you do? Good grief. No, I'm not. I'm going to take a little diversion because I'm a little bit late responding to this. Now, let's see. I've got those buttons set right. So this button should take me to this monitor number 1. Yes, it does. And I have a channel comment from Chris Garrett. It says, Doug, do you remember the HP all-in-one you helped me with? It had a removable graphics card. You had me remove it to diagnose. Anyway, just wanted to say some AIOs do have an actual graphics card. Maybe the Inspiron model you were showing does not. I actually have another HP Inspiron. Now, I think the one we were looking at for Alice, I'm not sure it was an Inspiron. I actually have another HP AIO, just like the one that died. It runs good, no issues with it. So, Chris, I have a question for you. When you remove that graphics card, is it a standard PCI card that you could plug into a regular computer, or was it just a detachable graphics card that you could detach, but it's designed specifically for the all-in-one? That I don't know. I would like to know that answer from you, Chris. Is Chris in chat? No, I don't see Chris in chat yet. Then I'll go to another short thing that I have lined up is an email from Josh Kinder. And I don't have an answer for Josh on this one, but I'll share it with the community. See if any of you got guidance for him. Josh says, I'm in the market for a keyboard for the computer, but it has to be wireless and it has to light up in white. Me and Aunt Mary are trying to go wireless to get some of the wires cleaned up. Please help if you can. If you see something that you think may work, just email me the link, please. Thank you, your friend Josh and Aunt Mary. So, Josh, I don't have any occasion to go browsing around at keyboards, and all you just got to go into like Amazon and search for keyboards, put in wireless keyboard, light, backlight, lit up, and read through them, find what you want. If somebody in the community is willing to help with that, then that'd be great, but that's not something that I'm going to be doing homework for you, Josh. You can go look through Amazon yourself. So then I'll come back to where? Oh, channel comments. I guess I'll put a thumbs up and a heart for Chris. Then let's go talk to chat a little bit. Then I'll tell you what I've done as far as trying to fix the issues with Big Beast build. We should have a good stream today, I think. Alice says, really great music in the trailer. Hi, everyone. Everything I do was #1 for months and months, and you guessed it, months. So that caused me to think of something I should point out. These this video that I'm using 2 minutes at a time of, it's an hour and a half long, the total video, that gives the top song from the charts each month. However, the fine print that the creator gave about this says that he didn't use this. If the same song was #1 for more than 1 month in a row, he didn't use the same song over and over. He used another one that was close to the top. So this song, Everything I Do, may have been #1 for multiple months, but it's not going to show up in these trailers that way. John Williams, trader is great. Hope the stream today does not crash. Rick Lakes, good morning. Josh, good morning. Rick again. People saying hellos to each other, chit chat. I got some time off work coming up December 21st to start my vacation for Josh. Oh, that'd be great. Sin Vicious says hello. Greetings, Master Doug. Wow. Carl J, hi, Doug in chat. And Josh's going to have 12 days with his Aunt Mary. Alice to Josh, that sounds nice. Can't wait. Selden with weather. Danielle, I appreciate all the help and comments from the group from past Saturday. Thank you. You are welcome. Do you have any update for us? Have you found out anything? Here, she says, MSI B550 Tomahawk motherboard will arrive today. I really did not need Wi-Fi, but wanted a board with HDMI and data port connectors. Awesome. Dan, hey, how about, if you don't mind, just take some cell phone pictures in midst of as you're doing the work and send them to me. We'd like to see your project. I mean, you don't have to put yourself on camera if you don't want to, but that would just be fun for us to see. Could you tap the blue mic for check? Tap it. All right. Let's see. Camera 1. Tap. Tap. Tap the blue mic. I don't know. How about if I push the mute button? Dennis is also interested in that. So that's mute, and then that's unmute. And I have a new mute button to press, so microphone mute. I'll mute this way in 3, 2, 1, 0. And then I'm unmuted. Okay. Address to send photos to. Oh, I don't have a button to show the address on screen. I'll put it in chat. DougBetts at LiveWindows. Whoops, why didn't that go? Oh, I pushed the wrong button. At LiveWindowsTraining.com. DougBetts at LiveWindowsTraining.com. Did I spell that right? Yes, that's the email address to send to. So that's exciting. It sounds like Danielle's going to do that. Lost audio. I'm going to check. Audio. Nope, I have audio. Why did he say Rick Lakes lost audio? Nope, never mind. Audio okay, Brian okay, Ken Stout okay. Everybody's okay. Zavi Menor, new week, Monday, Windows Daily Helpline. Yes. Yeah, IoT works. My keyboard is acting funny. IoT works. I recognize what IoT. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Works, my keyboard is acting funny. Internet of Things. That's what IoT stands for. I knew I recognized that as a computer term. Internet of Things. Ken Stout, Zoom homies already bailed you out. All right. I see, with the keyboard issue, I see some people using Google Drive have reported that their files have been reset back to May 2023, causing loss of files that were created after May. Ouch. Let's see. Google Drive reported files reset back to May 2023. I'm going to try searching that. Yeah, see if I get information about. From a report, the issue has been rumbling for a few days with one user logging in Google Drive, finding things as they were in May 2023. Almost everything saved since then is gone. Okay, one user. Is there more than that? Is it a bigger deal? What happened to Google Drive 2023? Is it going away? Short answer is no. So that's not lost stuff. Some Google Drive users claim they lost months worth. That was 11 hours ago. Google Drive misplaces months worth. Let's see. Is it more than one person reporting? Some Google Drive users flock to Google Desktop Forum, so that's substantial. Thread starter reset itself to May 2023. Others chimed in. So yeah, looks like something going on there. First I heard of it. Kim, Brian, Rick, Josh. Let's scan through these quicker. Danielle, tell us the motherboard arrived. Lawn Dog's here. John has that motherboard, works well. I gave the address, and it's not using that mic. Oh, you think my stream isn't using that microphone? So if I hit the microphone button here and it does not mute, then that would substantiate what you're saying. And so, yeah, you're right. Mute this, and I'm still playing. So let's go fix that. Going into settings, audio, and there's microphone default. It's using the Windows default. So here's switching to the Yeti stereo microphone right there. That should make a difference now. And I'll unmute that and see. Stereo microphone right there. That should make a difference now. And I'll microphone default. Add to setting. That didn't sound any different to me when I'm listening to the stream. Now let's try muting. And then there's the audio back. Switch the Yeti did indeed make the difference. Okay, I didn't hear an audio quality difference. Selden, you said the switch to Yeti did indeed make a big difference. So it made a difference in audio quality. Mute on the Yeti did work. So Dennis had asked earlier for me to tap. So there's a tap. And there's a vocal tap. I guess a vocal tap would be tap, 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 tap. Okay? Such a Doug. What did we do to deserve him? Mike works. Blue Yeti must be feeling blue, not work. Sounds muffled. Worked. It didn't. Did it mute when he pressed the red button? I'm thinking it did not. Mute on the mic didn't seem to do anything. Maybe I hallucinated. Doug's still talking. The other mute button worked fine. Oh, okay. So let's try the other mute button on the Stream Deck. So you weren't able to hear me. I pantomimed that you can't hear me. I use sign language. Seldom ball mute. Let's see. I already did that one. That one. There's the Bobby Warren put in the email. DougBetts at LiveWindowsTraining. That is also spelled correct. I sent you a better picture of my computer. Yes, I did receive the picture, Josh. I've already showed the picture, so we'll just work on that when you're back at Aunt Mary's. Sounds like you're using another mic, a lot of room noise. That would have been one of the webcams that must have been coming from. Bobby Warren's birthday was it? Yeah, Bobby, Ken Stout gave you a birthday. He made up a special birthday thing in that video editing little program he uses, DaVinci. Yeah, and you weren't there to see it. Go watch the beginning of his show last night. You'll see it. And Ken's saying, yes, I did a thing for you on the live stream, and you weren't even there. Bobby's going to watch it. Hello from Chris Garrett. Chris, did you see me asking, showing the comment that you put in my channel comments about removing the graphics card from your all-in-one? My question to you, was that a standard PCI board that you could plug into a computer, or was it proprietary to that all-in-one? Yes, I did. Oh, he did hear the beginning. So did you answer that question? Ken, ding ding, winner, winner, chicken dinner. The mic has made discovered. Did I miss the setup changes? Nope, I haven't talked about the setup changes yet. And Drew, Maryville Maid's name is Drew. When I turn those lights on, they come on a very boring setting. So I have to go to my app on my phone. This is Christmas lights. This one was called. So again, it's a little too rapid for my taste. I'd rather have gradually changing lights. But no, that's not what we're talking about the different setup. No more room noise. The switch made the difference. The mute button worked. Dennis, my new keyboard is Rocat Vulcan Pro. I will shoot a shorts video later. I think he's going to show us what that keyboard is. I'm assuming that's wireless and it's lit up. It sounds like, I'm assuming you're saying that it sounds like it might be something that Josh might like. Better not muffled. The Yeti doesn't seem to have as great bass low frequency boost as the default mic. Is that really? Even if I get closer to it, typically the bass will be better when I get my mouth close. Drew got a kick out of that tapping, I guess. Predict tomorrow's trailer. They're coming to take me away. Haha. Yes, the vocal tap sound like it worked before. Only Stream Deck muted things. ASMR. I've listened to some of those ASMR video producers. I enjoy those. Shall I fix the picture-in-picture? Because that's bugging me. So let's see, I'll bring this one in a little bit, that one out a little bit, bring this up a little bit, bring it down over here a little bit, just a little bit. Okay. Lawn Dog doesn't want to disturb the show. I'm going to ask Santa Claus for one of these. Let's see, what do we got? New tab. That's over here. A utility knife. Reloadable mag for my box cutter. Magazine for box cutter. All right. Is that really what you're going to show? Good morning to Jeff. The other mute button works fine. Works for the Yeti too. Yes, it did. Chris says proprietary. So it wasn't a PCI card that you could just plug into any computer. Dennis's keyboard is wired, so that's not going to be of interest to Josh. Doug, even if that graphics card in the all-in-one computer is replaceable, even if that's possible, what are your choices? Well, you probably don't have any choice. They probably only have one graphics card available for it, because we saw on the Dell all-in-one that Alice was considering to purchase, she could either use integrated graphics or the graphics card. There's only one graphics card choice for that computer. Skipping through a little bit. Oh, Chris says he only noticed the girl. All right, so Doug, what did you do? Saturday's stream was a disaster. With new symptoms coming up. And the last time I sent another reply to the tech support for XSplit, I haven't heard back from them yet. I sent that to them Friday, I think it was. Yeah, so over the weekend I didn't hear from them. I was so impressed to have heard from them on Thanksgiving Day. He sent me multiple emails on Thanksgiving Day. And I just, all right, I got to do something else. So I figured, all right, I'm going to try OBS for live Windows training. And I've been using OBS, Streamlabs, OBS Prime. It's a paid version of OBS. I've been using that for a long time for my Fortnite streaming. All of my Fortnite streaming has been with that. So I went to look at it to see what is it like to switch from one YouTube channel to another, and the different scenes. I want different scenes and different buttons for the different channels that I work with, and I didn't like the way that works. So I went and looked at OBS Studio. That's the free version. Wow, let me show you this. Here is, let's go find, here, XSplit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 buttons, 9 types of buttons that I can use with XSplit. And with Streamlabs OBS, I got 5 buttons I can use. With OBS Studio, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 functions with the Stream Deck of controls. So what I've done is I've got a control here on this is the Live Windows Training. That button right there says LWTDB Profile, and this is LWTDB Scenes. And then if I switch over here to Fortnite, I have similar buttons for Fortnite Profile and Fortnite Scenes. So I can push those buttons and it switches the OBS Studio from one account to the other. Whereas previously I was having to exit from OBS, Streamlabs OBS, and launch XSplit. It takes some time to do that. Here, I just push those buttons and the change is instantaneous. And I can then switch my Stream Deck just by pushing this right arrow button that goes to the next page. When I'm on the Fortnite page, I can press the left arrow button to go to that page. So this stream today is brought to you by OBS Studio. And I am just frustrated with this industry. You do what's supposedly the right, stand up right thing to do, and I'm in the business, right? So I ought to be paying for what I'm using. But the paid products just suck. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Use the free version. So then I found another thing. Just before the show started, I discovered that in Google Chrome, I tried setting up a different profile that uses my same Google account, but don't sign into Google. And I found that I can have it signed into my Fortnite YouTube account and have the original profile signed into my Live Windows Training account, and they will stay signed into those separate YouTube accounts. That wasn't the case previously. I was having to switch my YouTube account. They are both based upon my primary Google account, but they're different, what are they? Not commercial accounts. They are different sub-accounts in YouTube. So now I've got that figured out. So that's easier. So I like that. And also I'm finding that OBS Studio is much zippier, far more zippier. What's the correct grammar for saying it's zippier? But there is one substantial problem with Fortnite. Let me show you that. I made a couple of videos from my iPhone during this morning's game to try to show you what's going on, the piece that I don't like. So I'm trying to bring it up here on the screen. And so here's this video. It's showing my 3 monitors. I have OBS Studio. I keep struggling if that, yeah, Studio, OBS Studio here. And I've got Fortnite on the right screen. And what happens, I got to mute this so you don't hear the sound of it. I think you're going to see me press a button here. I didn't get to the right thing. Yeah, so I pressed some buttons here, clicking on some things. What happens is if I click over to one of my other screens, here it is. I click there, the Fortnite goes black for a couple of seconds. And notice that it's smaller. Now, when I click back on the Fortnite screen, it again goes black, although in OBS Studio, I can see the image. So that's weird. Now, I have a suspicion that it might be because the last time I installed the NVIDIA drivers, I used the gaming version of the NVIDIA drivers rather than the studio version of the gaming drivers. The reason why I did that is because, let's get this other video here, because I did another one. I'll just let that play. I'm going to mute it. The reason why I did that is because XSplit told me they prefer that their software works better if I install the NVIDIA gaming drivers rather than the studio drivers, which was weird, but that did help eliminate one symptom temporarily, but then that symptom wound up coming back on the slim Big Beast build. By the way, we're using bloated Big Beast right now. This is the full install with everything. I think this video ran longer. I'm going to scrub forward a little bit. Oh yeah, here you see Fortnite is in that small version. And I've already experimented with windowed versus non-window mode in Fortnite, and that did not fix the symptom. But when I click between screens here, that screen that has Fortnite goes black for a couple of seconds. And so what I'm going to do next is uninstall the NVIDIA drivers, reinstall them with the studio version, because this sounds like it is a studio issue rather than a gaming issue, because it's when I'm clicking to another screen due to my live streaming work. All right, so I think that gives you a rundown. Don't you guys see the switchable effect of ejecting knife cartridge? That is actually well-designed utility knife, lots of features, plenty of utility knives. Moving on, keyboard product page. So this is the keyboard that Dennis is referring to, and it is a wired keyboard. Do they have an unwired version? Not on this model, but Rocat keyboard, unwired, wireless, not unwired. Let's see if there are some. Yeah, looks like there are some wireless. So there's a lit up keyboard, but I'm not going to explore that any deeper, Josh. You'll need to do that on your own or with help from the Zoom homies. But I think Ken said that's already solved. Nice looking keyboard. Have to examine all its features. 2 versions of OBS. Yeah, there's the Streamlabs OBS desktop, it's called, and that's a paid. Well, I think they have a free version. I was using the paid version. The OBS Studio is the free open source version of OBS. And the Streamlabs version is based upon the free version. So anytime the free version gets new features, it takes a while before Streamlabs OBS has that. Yeah, that's, what can I say? Move on. It's kind of like Microsoft Edge is based on Chromium. Google Chrome is based on Chromium. Chromium, I think, is open source. I think the homies looked at that one last night. It looks really good. Sinvicious, $5 super chat. Thank you. I hope my electric bill will go down. I have heard that doing super chats, particularly on my channel, will help your electric bill go down. I don't know if it's true, just a rumor. To be clear, you're using the same OBS you used for Fortnite this stream. Yes, this morning I was using OBS Studio, not Streamlabs OBS Prime. Brian, so far no video glitches, no audio glitches, no change in resolution. I think we have a winner. Zippier. French pronunciation would be Zippier, wouldn't it? Zippy-doo-dah-yay. Do you get what you pay for in this world? No, you don't. You not in computer industry, you don't. I paid for XSplit. That should have got me a rock solid, stable program that works. No. Streamlabs OBS Prime. I paid for it. That should have got me better choices, more capabilities. I found less. No. In this case, you don't get what you pay for in this world. Yeah. Hey, Doug, are you frustrated with the computer industry? Yeah, what was your first clue? Greg M., I think most creators use the free version OBS. There is, I think, bad blood between free OBS and the commercial version, which is from a different company. Yes. The free OBS, I don't know, is that even from a company? Open Broadcasting System, I believe, is what OBS stands for. More responsive. I am finding OBS Studio to be more responsive. Dennis just showing off his keyboard. He'll start researching for Josh's keyboard after this. Thank you, Dennis. Very, very kind. Josh, I want to be sure you're aware of that. Josh doesn't have real great eyesight, so sometimes I think he misses stuff in chat. I want to be sure Josh sees this, that Dennis is intending to go do some research for that. Daniel says, thinking of installing a complete recent image and then installing MSI drivers. Although motherboards are different and CPU and motherboard chipset will be the same, some of the application software is a pain to reinstall. I would agree with you, Danielle. I have gone even further than that. I have restored an image from a different make and model of computer onto a replacement computer. And there's typically perhaps some adjustments you need to make, and sometimes it's more difficult than others. But because you're replacing a motherboard, I think that's going to be close, very, very close, because it's the same manufacturer. It's quite possible the motherboard drivers, when you download them for those two different motherboards, it might be the same driver's file even. And it might be that it just, when you go to Device Manager, there might be no exclamation marks. It might be fine as is. Lana Dro comes up with a tech term that I haven't seen in a little while, El Crapo. That is a computerese technical term. Thanks for bringing that to the table, Lana. Dennis, I always use the gaming version of NVIDIA. Yeah, well, I'm assuming, Dennis, you don't have this trouble that I'm seeing. I don't know if you have multiple monitors on the computer that you're playing Fortnite on. And if you don't, then you wouldn't be seeing the symptom that I have. Ken Stout, I will try to choose the right words for this. I never have that issue when I play Destiny 2. Solution for you is to play Destiny 2. Sounds looked visual to me. Yeah, I think that was my ASMR attempt. I'm not sure I got that acronym right. Is NVIDIA GPU better than AMD GPU? From Daco. I can't claim I'm an expert on that. Wouldn't an AMD GPU require an AMD CPU? I don't know. Not my area of expertise. Danielle, I use studio drivers on my i5 build. I have 3 monitors, but not doing any videos or games, mainly spreadsheet work on that computer. And I'm, as far as I know, you don't do any video editing work either, so probably doesn't matter. We'll catch us in DVR mode, way too late, from Jim. I haven't used OBS in a while, from Alice. Josh, okay, Doug, take it easy. Is he trying to talk me down from my frustration? No, that's about the time that I told him that Dennis was going to be looking for it. Yeah, and he says, thank you, Dennis. Free OBS website, OBS project. Yeah, Open Broadcaster software Oh, I said system, didn't I? Open broadcast. I think I said open broadcasting, broadcaster. Yeah. So is it a company? Somebody puts this website together. Is it a business? OBS project. Support open portal. Let's see. How about about us? Contributors. Created and maintained by LAN. Development by OBS Studio contributors. Website designed and created by Warchamp. Powered by such and such. Downloads powered. Who about us? There's no about us here, is there? Wiki, Discord, free and open software, knowledge base, studio, Discord, developers, see getting started to development questions. I didn't see anything there about a, I'm forgetting the name of that site where open source software is often operated or developed from. Contributing, copying, contributing. Is it compiling, debug, a new service? Yeah, not seeing it. Anyway, I'm going to move along. GitHub. Yes, Wintermute. GitHub. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. El Crapo, that is a com crap. Dennis has a spare monitor. He will test that. Because you are a Ken, that's why you don't have issues. AMD GPU works with any CPU. Thank you. Brian, keyboard for visually impaired. From Walmart. Oh, now it's not lit. I don't think that's lit, or maybe those keys do light up. I was thinking they're just yellow keys. Wired USB. He wants wireless. Visually impaired, low vision individuals. That looks to me like the way they're dealing with the vision is with the bright yellow keys rather than lit up keys. Yeah, but those are, I can see those big letters and such. That's a nice feature. So Josh, as you're looking for keyboards, you might want to keep that looking for that as well, as big letters on the keys, aside from being lit up. See, I like that, and then scroll up, scroll back down. There we go. Ken to Josh, I know I have some issues. It's your cousin who don't have issues. GitHub, try an AMD GPU. Daco, so Daco, are you recommending an AMD GPU over NVIDIA? Is that what your point is there? Does it need to be a Cyber Monday deal? I'm going to say no for Josh's keyboard. If you find something that's fitting for him, that fits what he's asking for, and it's not a Cyber Monday deal, I think you should send that to him, because some of the Cyber Monday deals aren't all that much money off. Danielle says, perhaps on another day you can talk about video file sizes and how you deal with storage space requirements without creating your own commercial-sized data center. Okay, let's see. Talk about video file sizes. I don't struggle with video file sizes. However, when I installed OBS Studio, I specifically set frame rate for 30 frames per second. It wanted to set it for 30 or 60. It wanted to decide. And it also did a test of my bandwidth. So it was wanting to set a number of settings higher than what's really needed. I can never see more than 30 frames per second. The only reason, in my opinion, to record higher than 30 frames per second is if you want to play it back on slow motion. That's when you can benefit from the more frames per second. But if you're just watching the video or just watching a game as a video, 30 frames per second is fine. If you do 60 frames per second, the file size is going to be about twice as big. So you can make your video file sizes smaller by choosing lower resolution and lower frame rates. In terms of live streaming, there's also bit rate that you can slow down. If you're just recording videos, I don't think bit rate is an issue to be. It doesn't exist as an issue. I think I'm right about that. So Danielle, does that cover it? You can talk about video file sizes, how you deal with storage space. So videos, what kind of videos, Danielle? I don't recall knowing what videos you're making. If they're from a cell phone, same criteria applies. The resolution, lower resolution is going to make your file sizes smaller. And there's also differences between the different formats of videos, although I haven't played around with that much. What are your thoughts on NAS? Lemoore Naval Air Station, we've got a lot of people around here that are involved with Lemoore Naval Air Station. I actually went out there and guided one of their team was doing carrier landing practice. So I got on the microphone and I talked to the pilot to guide him in for his landing. And when he landed, his wingtip was about 10 feet to the left of me. I was inside this little control room where I was talking to him. So does that answer Ken's question regarding naval air stations? I don't think so. He's talking about network attached storage. I don't use it because I have no need of it. I have plenty of storage space on Big Beast Build, and I use OneDrive and I use iCloud. So my other devices, my other computers, they get files from there. I would be reluctant for a person to get a NAS if they don't have a specific need for it. What is a specific need for it? Well, if you've got large files that you're transferring back and forth within your own local area network, that would be fine. But if you're just a single computer operation, as Ken is, if you need more storage space, my preference would be just put a large hard drive in your computer. If you need high fault tolerance so that if one of the hard drives goes bad, you can replace it with another. Well, you can do RAID inside of a computer, but here's where NAS might be useful for Ken since he's a single computer operation. If he's going to have multiple terabytes of data, which he might have because of all his videos that he's doing, and he's concerned about what happens if a drive goes bad. Well, in a NAS, it's very convenient and easy to be able to replace a faulty drive without losing anything. Whereas if you just put a single large drive inside your own computer, what about backups? How are you going to back up that massively large drive? That can be a challenge. Well, you could put in another drive in that computer and do backups to that other drive. Well, in that case, you might as well use a RAID 0 within your own computer. So if your own computer is capable of you installing 2 drives that you can RAID 0 them together, 0? No, 1. RAID 1, isn't it? Isn't that RAID 1 I'm talking about? I think that's RAID 1 for mirroring. Or if you could even put 3 extra drives separate from your boot drive that you would be able to replace a drive if it goes bad. So using a dedicated NAS, network addressable storage, network accessible storage, whatever the A stands for. The downside of having it as a separate device is that you have to upload, you have to transfer files through the network. Whereas if they're physically installed in your computer, that transfer should happen quicker. So those are some thoughts. Josh, I got it, thanks. Seldom, my understanding is that AMD GPUs currently are much more cost effective than NVIDIA GPUs. Okay, I would not have known that. Good point. Presuming it's right. Dennis, I'm currently shopping for yet another large capacity spinning drive. I need to store my Fortnite footage. Wintermute's got an article here for us. I bet that's going to come up over here. Yeah, it is. 78 best Cyber Monday deals, storage and SSD. Okay, showing us prices. See, I'm 4 terabytes, 2 terabytes. I have a 6 terabyte spinning drive, and I have the NVMe that my computer boots from is an 8 terabyte NVMe, split up into multiple partitions. Is there an 8 terabyte in here? 8 TB. Whoops. Spell TB correctly, Doug. Yeah, there's a 18 terabyte for 350. Wow. There you go. That's a big puppy. That's a good puppy. It's a big puppy. They're all 18 terabytes, so no 8 terabytes there. Let's see, the spinning drive I have is 6 terabytes. There's one. Where is it? Here. No, it's not 6 terabytes. It's 16 terabytes. Wow. The beginning where I was seeing 4 terabytes and 2 terabytes. They got some big ones there. They got some big uns. Big uns. Danielle, it's been a while, but during COVID shutdown weekly, I was recording live performance, guitar and vocal. It was 3 times a week. Someone else was doing the editing. So do you play guitar and sing? Is that what I'm understanding, Danielle? Awesome. And so that's, and I think you said you haven't done, let's see, what did you say? Ken's asking, are they on your channel? Let's go back earlier and see. Yeah, when you're asking about video file sizes, storage requirements without creating your own commercial size center. So if those are videos that you've already recorded, it's too late to make adjustments about those. Do you have more specific questions about video storage that I haven't covered yet? But I am way over time, aren't I? I don't have any shows to redirect to. I've been TDY to Naval Air Stations, temporary duty assignment. RAID inside a computer is usually software-based. RAID 0 is scary RAID. Yeah, RAID 0 is just for putting in multiple drives and having them all one storage space. That doesn't give you any fault redundancy. It's just a way to combine drives together. And I would not want to do RAID software-based. I would be wanting to, the motherboard would have to be capable of RAID, which this one is. This does have RAID capabilities on the motherboard I have. I would not want to do software-based RAID because you're just making the CPU do more work. And NAS was always a good idea for movie pirates. RAID 1, Zavi corrects me about when I was saying RAID 0. Attached, network attached storage, not accessible, not addressable, network attached storage. Let not give me any ideas. There are USB storage devices, pretty elaborate. They can have multiple drives, multiple storage configurations, meaning types of RAIDs. You want to be sure you're using the fastest possible USB connection because you're going to run slower if it's not connected to the motherboard. Hello, K. Cordius Technology. Good to see you. Daniel, socially distant open mic links. Think I appeared in most of these. Oh, awesome. Aim for a better tomorrow. Socially distanced, social while distanced open mic. Oh, that one's waiting. That's not even on yet. Well, I'll go poke around on those a little bit later. Awesome. Thank you, Danielle. Western Digital Red are NAS drives. No home user could possibly need 16 terabytes of storage. I disagree with that. It depends on, are they a home, is a person who does a lot of large videos and video editing, are they a home user? And yeah, somebody mentioned, what did they say about videos? Movie pirates. Yeah, people who are pirating movies. Nothing on my own channel from Danielle. Let's see, I think I need to shut down. Yep, I'm going to go. I'm going to leave. I don't even have a way to display my email address. Hey, successful stream. What do you know? Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be wonderful if my streaming problems are over? Dreaming. 8 terabyte spinning drive contemplated from Dennis. Okay. Hey, have a great day, everybody. Catch you later. Goodbye. Oh, how do I end the stream? Stop streaming. There's a stop streaming button. 3, 2, 1.